I do recommend that you read it if you want to scale your business. This recording is not going to happen. There is no human way. Hey sis, welcome back to another small business vlog. Today is Saturday, September 27th. And it's just a quick work session with me. I want to really quickly give you a few updates. So all glory to Jesus. I got the hard cover of Purpose, the novel, and it was chef's kiss. Beautiful. I gotta say that this vendor is way better than this one. It is what it is. Like, I keep trying to go to this other vendor, but this is just a better quality book. It just is what it is. They just know what they're doing. Like, just look at this print. It's just stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. So from now on, I will be doing only hard copy dust jackets as my proofs. And then I got the black on black. And it came out so beautiful. It just, and the print, the ink itself, I've got it on cream paper. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is just the type of book. So I'm gonna get like 10 of these so I can start to fill up my bookshelf. I love it, all gorgeous. So that was a huge update. Also, I have officially finished the wait list for God the Wood Girl books. The website is finally done. It's ready, it's live already. So starting October 1st, I can start promoting the brand new collection of Christian romance novels coming here from God the Wood Girl. I'm really excited about that. I finally got done. And also I completed reading The Science of Scaling. So if you have not read this book, read this book. So have you guys been seeing a lot of those vlogs, like the Great Lock-In? Basically, the Great Lock-In is where you spend the last 4 months of the year locking in on finishing your goals from 2025. I use it differently. I never even heard of the Great Lock-In before I saw these vlogs, to be honest with you. But I've always used the last 4 months of the year to set my business up for the next year. I'm one of those people who think that you should go into your next year knowing your intentions for the year, and not only that, knowing your action plan for how you're going to get those things done. You know, 95% of people who set New Year's goals don't get the goals done. It just is what it is. And I believe it's because not only do you have to have the goal set out, you have to have the strategy for actually gonna accomplish the goal set out. Obviously, that's what I teach here at God the Wood Girl. I've been teaching about purpose and strategy and goal setting since 2016. So it's just, I believe in the strategy. I believe that it works. I believe that's how we are able to accomplish the things the Lord put us on this earth to do. It's only through the correct action on the right steps. And so this book is, it doesn't necessarily talk about goal setting. I won't say it talks about goal setting. Obviously, it doesn't talk about the Great Lock-In. That's something completely different. But what it does talk about is focus and intention and the power of only concentrating on the activities that get you to where you want to go. If you're somebody who loves stories and storytelling, I wouldn't say this is the book for you. I mean, he does weave in case studies, but it's not really like, you're not watching the character struggle, which is how I like to read both nonfiction and fiction. If you're in the author school, you know, my writing strategy is to tell the story through your testimony. I love storytelling. So this is not heavy on that, but it is heavy on action steps. He's not going to give you the detailed way to apply what he's teaching, because this book actually pre-sells his mastermind. I think it's a mastermind program he does, or a coaching program that he does to help people scale their businesses. From my understanding, I think he's a consultant. They just launched like a new firm, and I didn't do research into it because obviously I'm not gonna join it, but so he doesn't give you like the step-by-step action plan, but you'll be able to walk away with some pretty key points, like overall umbrella points to be able to apply to your business. For example, in chapter 4, he's talking about raising your floor, and sorry, chapter 3, be more honest. Oh no, so it's part 2, raise your floor, chapter 3 in part 2, my bad. So on page 99, he says the level of discipline to consistently and continually perform at the highest level rather than only sometimes is what makes a professional. That's a core difference between an amateur and a pro. The amateur doesn't want to be held accountable. They're willing to let others down, miss deadlines, miss practice, make excuses for lack of performance. A pro is accountable at all levels and wants to be held accountable. So that's just an example of how he's not going to give you the step-by-step plan, but he's going to tell you what you need to do. Basically, we need to hold ourselves accountable. I am going to be applying what's in this book. I wrote down basically my one-page plan, but I just want to quickly go over his concept of the floor and the ceiling. So when you have something that you want to accomplish, whether it's scaling your business or writing your book or selling this many copies, whatever it is, there's always going to be a floor, activities that you do that don't get you closer to your goal, that actually bring you further away from achieving your goal, and a ceiling. These are the things that, like, this is the maximum amount of things you can do to accomplish that goal. There's always going to be that frame. So us as entrepreneurs, we have to focus only on those activities within the floor and the ceiling in order to scale. Everything else has to go. So I wrote the frame, turned GodThatWillGrow.com into the #1 provider of audiobooks for faith-based entrepreneurs in 1 year, offering 15,000 hours of titles and hosting 1 million unique visitors per month within 1 year of launch. It's a big one. So the floor, we do 0 activities outside scaling the YouTube traffic to the God Will Grow website and adding content, audio content to the GodWillGrow.com website. And then the focus, only people and processes committed to this will be told yes. I ended up writing down everything I'm currently doing outside of those tasks. So this is everything I currently do to run GodWillGrow.com. #1, I write nonfiction books. #2, I write fiction books. #3, I make YouTube videos. #4, I host a podcast. #5, I produce films. #6, I host webinars. #7, I make TikToks. #8, I do Instagram content. 9, I create Facebook content. 10, I teach courses. 11, I sell courses. 12, I go live. 13, I do brand deals. 14, I do live office hours. 15, I run my author community. 16, I sell my author school. 17, I send email blasts. 18, I host my vlog channel right here. 19, I record audiobooks. 20, I sell t-shirts. 21, I sell planners. 22, I design, what does it say? Design something. Oh, I design digital products. 23, I sell my digital products. 24, I build sales funnels. 25, I sell my God Will Grow TV monthly membership. And 26, I sell my God Will Grow You monthly membership. 26 activities. And you know how many actually get me to where my focus is? 3. 3 activities on this massive list actually take me to building God Will Grow books, scaling to 15,000 titles, and 1 million unique visitors per month. 3 on this entire list. So my great lock-in is going to be executing this by getting rid of all 20, I'm doing 26. So all 23 activities that do not contribute to that goal by the end of the year, they gotta go. And setting up my systems for next year so that all I do all day, and hopefully have a team to help me, is execute on those 3 activities to get us to where we want to go by the end of the year. And so it was a really good book. It was a very easy read. You can get through this honestly in 1 day. If you have a full day, 2 days. If you're like me, you only have half days. But it's a really easy read. I feel like have pen and paper with you as you're reading it, because you're gonna brainstorm ideas as you're reading it. Do not just read it through just to get it done. Read it through to actually help you scale your business, whether you're writing books, whether you're doing t-shirts, whether you are a coach or some sort of entrepreneur like that. Get your pen and paper. Excellent read. I'm a storytelling girl, so I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I need a good story to have a 10 out of 10, but I do recommend that you read it if you want to scale your business. And comment down below. Let me know what you think about my first book review, because I am wanting to transition to doing Christian book reviews, not necessarily Christian book reviews, but doing book reviews from a Christian perspective. And yeah, we'll talk about that in another video, but let me know what you think about this book review. I'm really excited about doing this, and my next book, I already ordered it. It is an actual novel, so it's gonna give you that storytelling. I feel like I'm gonna fluctuate between fiction and nonfiction because I do love reading both, but yeah, really excited about that. So the first task of today is to host my weekly office hours for my God the Wood Girl, GGU, and my author school students. I'm just gonna answer their questions and then we'll dive into the very brief workday. It is 1:04 p.m. I just finished hosting this week's office hours. I'm waiting for it to convert so I can upload the replay. And this is the to-do list that I put together. So we just finished office hours. Oh, I hear my baby. So also we want to edit 10 minutes of my audiobook. This is taking such a long time. I'll show you why. Assembly edit 2 YouTube videos. I got the first 2 for October done. So now I need to assembly edit the last 2. Finish my Google AdWords training. I want to get the whole thing done today. I've got about 10 modules left. And I want to record a webinar for my new auto webinar funnel that I'll be running ads to. I have a little bit of an issue with that. There is some crazy weather that just rolled in. And I only film with natural light. So I was just telling my husband, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the webinar. I think maybe I'll go do the webinar first. God, the Woodward University. Only because if it gets darker, I definitely want to have enough light. And I really would like to get that task done today. So today is September 27th, 2025. I'm just naming the file so I can upload this into GGU's monthly office hour replays. Okay, so the replay is uploading. Let's head over to my filming office so we can get everything set up. And I'm just gonna see if I have enough light. If I don't, it is what it is. I can't really control the weather. All right, friends, I have been here troubleshooting. This recording is not going to happen. Not only is the light not what it should be, my webcams, and I have 2 of them, are not even working. When I first turned on the Zoom, it read the camera, but it was only showing half of the image and the other half was this weird green color. So I took it out and then put it back in and now it won't even read. So then I went to my other webcam and it won't read that as well. I don't know what's going on with these MacBook Airs, but these MacBook Airs, these new models that Apple put out, are not it. I am just not a happy camper at all. But I was just telling my husband, I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna force it. Obviously, it's not meant to film today. That's okay. It was a big goal for today. And I'm a little irritated, but you know, it wasn't for today. So what I'm gonna have to do is kind of revamp my whole strategy. I'm probably gonna have to sign up for Riverside or use Open Broadcast Systems, software, OBS, Open Broadcast Studio, I can't remember. OBS, basically. I might have to use that, which is very annoying because I pay for Zoom. But this guy won't read. All right, so let's go back to my other office. Sorry that the lighting is a little bit gross, but I had to turn on a light because it's so dark in here because of those rain clouds. It's literally 1:19 in the afternoon. So let's work on editing the audiobook. Getting that done. I've taken to only editing 10 minutes a day because audiobook editing is no joke. I'm just gonna scratch off record webinar because I can't do it. Audiobook editing is no joke. It's a lot. It's way more difficult than video editing. Video editing, you have both the visual and the audio. And any graphics, sound effects, things like that. Audio editing is just the audio, so you can't really take any shortcuts with it. It has to all be spot on. It's taken me way longer to edit each one of the chapters than I ever in a million years thought it was gonna take me. I'm only on chapter, I think 3, and it's been a week since I finished recording the audio. So now what I just realized, I can't rush this. And so I'm just editing 10 minutes at a time. I'm gonna show you what that looks like because it is insanity. And with Godwood Girl Books, I am planning to hire somebody to not only help us film the actual girls in the studio space. I'm hoping that Godwood Girl Books will have a studio space for girls where I can fly the authors in to record right there on our own soundstage. But I realized I'm gonna need somebody to edit as we're filming because editing 100% post-production is not where it's at. You wanna be catching some of the stuff while you're filming. A lot of the stuff I could have caught while I was filming. So let me show it to you. This app that we're in is called Descript, Descript.com. I love them. I think there's an affiliate link. So if there is, I'll put it down below. If not, just go to script.com. And you can do what's called text-based editing. So you import everything, and I was able to go through and cut out all of the duplicates. That process alone takes like 30 minutes, just cutting out the duplicate recordings. So when I'm filming on a soundstage with my other authors, we're gonna need to cut all that while we're filming. It's such a waste of time doing it in post. And then over here, when I film, I take a lot of long pauses because I speak very fast naturally. So I always make sure I take long pauses just to force myself to slow down. But editing those pauses out in post-production is the most tedious process. And I don't mean to complain. I love what I do for a living. I'm grateful. I just will never do this again, okay? Yeah, it's such a tedious process. So let me give you an example. Right here, this pause is 0.6 seconds. For this to flow naturally, this needs to be 0.4 seconds. So let me show you what I have to do. You basically put the cursor before you play it. Let me go back over to here.
I stand there, palms flat against the glass, unable to look away. This cannot be real.
All right, so you heard how that sounded. So now I just gotta go to here, click split, and I just have to move this so that it's 0.4. So that's simple enough, right? But there were thousands of these. Thousands. Because this edit originally was 45 minutes long. It's now down to 32 because I cut out all the duplicates. But there are thousands of these in one recording. So imagine how boring this is. And again, I don't mean to complain. I'm grateful. This is the path I'm going in my business. But I personally will never do this again. This needs to be outsourced and it needs to be edited during the recording process. So when I record Caitlin's novel, oh, actually I'm gonna use AI to do Caitlin's novel. So I'll probably never have to do this again. But when we have our authors come in, this needs to be done while it's just too much. It's too much. So now let me play it for you.
Unable to look away. This cannot be real.
There you go. And so now we gotta go to the next one, move this over, and then do the same exact process. Go right behind this soundbite, do split, click on this one, and then just lower that until it says 0.4, and we keep going.
This cannot be real. And then I see him.
So I had no idea how much I would loathe this process. So I figured I could knock out one chapter a day so that I could get the whole entire audiobook done if I had been able to do that. The whole entire audiobook would have been done by this coming Monday. There is no human way. It's not gonna happen. So now I'm just making myself do 10 minutes a day, which means, God willing, the whole entire audiobook will be done by the end of October. I'm not in a rush anyway. This book doesn't launch until January 15th anyway. I just really wanted to wrap up this project so I could focus completely on writing Caitlin's novel. Let's do some editing.
Confident, calm.
Nope, too much.
Confident, calm.
And composed.
Confident, calm, composed.
Oh no, too much.
Calm, composed.
It's basically what I do. It's basically what I do. All right, it's 2:14. We're at 20 minutes and 3 seconds, so 9 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. I'll probably do that tonight when I have my baby. Let's go ahead and check that off. Next, we're gonna assembly edit 2 YouTube videos. In post-production, an assembly edit just refers to putting together everything basically on the timeline. It's not like a fine-tuned edit, which takes a lot longer. It's just going through and just clipping everything together. So I am going to do 2 assembly edits. I did 2 yesterday, be 2 today, because I'd like to get all my October videos done before October 1st. That's just the way I like to do YouTube. I originally had filmed all of my YouTube stuff until the end of the year, but I have noticed that my views on YouTube are not the same. And I think it's because I didn't do enough strategy behind this last batch of YouTube videos. So if you remember, I think this was in June. I just wanted to get them done. It was June or July. I just want to get them done because everything was going on with my family, and I just wanted to make sure I had my YouTube stuff for the rest of the year. So now that we're approaching this time, I want to slow down and kind of revamp how I approach those videos. I'm not going to throw them away. If anything, I can just always have them on the back burner. And if I ever can't film a YouTube video, I have all these YouTube videos that are already done, already uploaded, ready to go. So what I did was I just unscheduled them, and I scheduled them for all for January. I'm not going to release them in January, but I scheduled them all for January. And then I'm just refilming new videos. And these are fun. These are a lot of fun. They're much more strategic. I'm praying that they do much better than what my last 4 videos have done. And I'm not a views person. To me, views don't matter, but reach matters. Reach. So I want to make sure I am reaching my audience on YouTube. YouTube is a great platform. They allow us to do it as long as we give the algorithm what it wants. And I did not give the algorithm what I wanted with that original set of Q4 videos that I made. So we're changing them. Crazy to think about, but we're changing them. So yeah. Like I said, I did 2 assembly edits yesterday. Gonna do 2 right now. I'm gonna delete these, hit okay. And I'll show you what that looks like. I use Adobe Premiere Pro to do my editing. These are the 2 I did yesterday. How to write and self-publish a children's book. Oh, sorry, no. This is what I did yesterday. Why Amazon is killing your profits as an author, and how I built my website without using Amazon KDP. The other 2 are going to be how to write and self-publish your own ebook and how to write and self-publish a children's book, both without using Amazon KDP. So let's dive right into these. All right, assembly edits are done. So this is how to do the ebook. I've got the video footage edited. I've got the sound bites underneath. Sorry, the sound effects underneath. I've got my titles created and
Step number 3, go ahead and write your book manuscript. So there's no shortcut for this. You just have to learn a writing method.
And we did it for that one and for the children's book one. So now all 4 videos are assembly edited. My next step is just to record all the tutorials. Recording tutorials is one of my favorite parts about creating YouTube videos. I love them. So I'll probably do that, God willing, on Monday because I take Sundays off. But that's it for today, because obviously there is no way I'm gonna be able to finish the Google Ads training. I only have, it's 2:43. I'm taking the baby for my husband in 17 minutes, and I still have to eat, get the makeup off my face so I don't get makeup on my baby. But thank you for joining me for today's work session. I can't wait to hear what's going on in your business. Let me know what's going on with your books, your writing projects, any new books that you're reading, because I have been geeking out on book reading vlogs on YouTube. There's like a whole niche of women who just read books. Like that's all they do in the whole vlog. It's like the best thing ever. And I'm debating whether I'm gonna start a new channel to just read books, or if I'll just add more vlogs to this channel, because it makes the most sense just to add to this channel, you know what I mean? But I love books. They make me so happy. And like I said, this is my next book that I'm reading. So if you have read this book, or if you're planning to read this book, be on the lookout for that. The book's supposed to arrive on Monday. And this book is about a writer. You know what I mean? Like, I write books about writers. The book is about a writer. It just made, and they're Black. So it's just, I'm excited. Let me know what's going on with you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get on the God the Wood Girl Books waitlist, this is the first time I'm saying this, go to godthewoodgirlbooks.com. Love you guys so much.